Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are going live. We're ready to rock and roll. For you guys that came over from Craving Something Scary, thanks for hanging out and coming over here. I've got special guests. Let me just bring them in right now. We have got my friend Jordan. What's going on? Nice to have you.
Hi, Night. It's really a pleasure to be here. I'm just like a huge fan of your channel, and I've left a lot of comments on a lot of your visit videos, especially like your reviews, especially the fact that they're all partially my favorite movies, and it's really great that we both share our favorite kinds of movies and that we can talk about them. So, thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this will be fun. We're gonna have like a little discussion. We got other people coming in too. And let me also bring in my good friend, my brother from the Lethal Collective, Craven Something Scary, Steven himself.
Hey, what's
Hey,
happening?
what's
Hi,
going
Jordan.
Hey.
on?
All
Nice
right,
to see you
continuing it.
again, man.
Yeah, man,
Continuing the party.
it's been a whole 30 seconds, dude. Yeah,
That
it's been a long time.
I know. You're a
Good
sight for
stuff.
sore eyes.
You too, my friend. And when you wear your tank top, you're especially a sight. I tell you, it's very soothing
Oh,
to the eyes. Let me just tell you.
stop.
Gotta love the tank
Come on.
tops.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So real quick, so just want to say hey to everyone. We see you guys in the live chat. I know you guys have been waiting a little bit, but good to see you guys.
Yeah.
We've
Hey,
got
guys.
we've got so many people in here. So it's just a blanket hello. My man Eric, who's always there, always ready to support. Bobby Joe, Polar, Cody. Wow, just so many of you guys. It's crazy. Ginger
Yeah.
Ninjas in the chat. My gosh.
Yeah, there's like a lot of horror movie fans here because like the
Right?
horror movie genre is like a big fandom, and
Yes.
I'm glad that it is.
Me too. Me too.
For sure.
Polar. Jeez, Polar. My man Anthony. Anthony's in the chat
Hey, what's
too.
up,
Oh my
Anthony?
gosh. Hey, Dice is in the chat. What's up, Dice? Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Check out
Yay!
Dice's channel.
All
She, oh,
right.
oh my gosh. Yeah, Jordan, you know. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Um,
Cool. I'll have to check it out.
yeah, absolutely. Oh man. Easy, Craven. It's only a few minutes into the stream. Too early for the thirst.
Ah, it's never too early.
Okay. I just only watched a couple of Phantom of the Opera YouTube poops, and this is like the funniest I've laughed since. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, too funny. What's up, Jamie? Oh man, so cool, so cool. And Jojo, and I was quickly transported to this channel. Hey everyone, that is awesome. Very, very cool.
Hi.
Very cool.
That's right.
Um, and we have someone else that we're gonna have coming in here too. We've got, and a lot of you guys in the community know who this is, and I'm glad to have her jump on the channel too, so we can have a little horror discussion. It's Nannette herself. Let me bring her in. Hey, what's going
Hi.
on?
Hey.
Oh, she's
Oh,
muted.
you're on mute. Check.
How many times has that happened to us, Stephen?
Oh, all the time.
Right?
I had Lynn McCree, Maureen Prescott on my channel interviewing her, and I start the interview off like this.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Of course, whatever. It happened. My point is, it
Right.
happens. It
It
just happens.
happens. It
Yeah.
happens. It does. Nanette, can you hear us? Because we can't hear you.
Yeah.
I don't think she can hear us.
If you can hear us, do a thumbs up. Now,
Oh, she may not be able to hear us.
oh.
Oh man.
But that's okay. She'll figure that out.
We'll figure it
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
she will.
Mhm.
Oh, she
Could be
did
a.
do a thumbs up. Okay,
Oh
hold
wait.
Oh,
on.
okay.
Okay.
Hold on. She sent me a private message.
Okay.
Can you hear us now?
She's not muted in. Uh
Oh
oh.
shit. Maybe she had to back out and come back in because that's happened to me
Yep.
before too.
Yeah,
Same.
I mean, there's always like been some technical difficulties like here and there. I mean,
Yeah.
Usually
It's
that kind
true.
of sucks, but
Hmm.
as long as it works around, like there's
Yeah.
ways to work around it, you
Oh,
know?
absolutely. And that's the fun of being live. You just roll with it. You
You
roll
have
with it
to.
as best as you can. That's right.
Yep.
So guys, I wanted to throw this out at you. We're talking a lot about horror news. Obviously, the biggest things in horror news is Halloween Ends and Scream 6, all the rumors and theories and stuff like that. First of all, and I know, Stephen, we talked a lot about this on your channel, you know,
Hmm.
just a few minutes ago. But Jordan, do you have any expectations for Halloween Ends or Scream 6? Do you have any type of fears or frustrations? Obviously, this whole thing with Nev Campbell, whether she's going to be in Scream 6 or not. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I think personally, like when it comes to Halloween and Scream, I'm usually a sucker for the classics. And usually
Hmm.
I tend to kind of like drive away from the sequels. However, Scream had like its great sequel that followed up on the original, and Halloween had like way too many like sequels, which is why it's always the original is always like is king compared to all
Right.
the others. But I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of at least give the reboots a chance,
Hmm.
and they're different. They're not the same as the Rob Zombie remake, which I thought was like terrible beyond compare. But I haven't really seen like the Scream reboot yet. But the problem with that is the fact that they're cutting out Nev Campbell, but yet they keep the actor who plays Stu, it just kind of feels a bit like there's a continuity error here because like Nev Campbell's character Sydney is always the one who's like the Jamie Lee Curtis of the 90s, which is our
Right.
generation. And to
Right.
cut her out of the series and only focus on Ghostface, it does a disservice to the franchise. And
Yeah.
as for Halloween Ends, when I went to see Halloween Kills,
Hmm.
I got so irritated where the group kind of like wanted to like cancel Halloween and say evil dies tonight. And I'm just looking at them like, dude, you don't know that Michael Myers will never be killed. No
Right.
matter what how many times you try to kill him, he'll always come back. But the problem is you can't let him die already because you just don't want to let him die. Mhm.
I love that.
I'm sorry.
Well, at least one thing's for sure. In Halloween Ends, we probably won't be hearing any evil dies tonight. I think they've learned their lesson. What do you think, Stephen?
Yeah, I think. Let me tell you what. If they're as intelligent as I think they are, they've absolutely learned their lesson, and we will not hear "Evil Dies Tonight" anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, did they not learn from Dr. Sam Loomis? I think
Right.
Dr. Sam Loomis was like the real hero of the Halloween series
Oh
because he's
yeah.
like the voice of sanity here, and Laurie Strode is basically just the victim, but she kind of does gain like a lot of courage throughout a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
the series. But I just kind of feel like a lot of like when I watch movies that involve serial killers,
Hmm.
I try to kind of be the voice of reason here. When some stupid people like just make the poorest decision ever, I turn into Jamie, the Jamie from Scream. That
Yes.
dude, like it's like there's certain rules to avoid in horror movies, and
That's
I
right.
know horror movies from the back of my hand. I know them down to a T because
Mm.
I've been exposed to them ever since I was 11 years old.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
I know
and to
exactly what you
give you
mean.
a bitter part, I'm wearing Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
it's essentially horror, but it's a cult musical, and
Yeah.
I got exposed to it when I was 16 years old.
Nice.
And it just like it changed my life, and it made me like I think like every time I watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show, sometimes I just love to come up with new jokes, and sometimes I start turning into that one horror fan when Frankenfurter tries climbing the the curtain, and we all go, "No, go under,
Right.
under, dumb."
I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a cult classic and for good reason, man. And I'm a huge Tim Curry fan.
Me too.
Huge, huge.
Tim
Oh yeah.
Curry.
I know he's one of the best.
Oh, I
Uh,
actually got to meet Barry Bostwick at Scaricon.
really?
Oh yeah, I
That's
actually
cool.
like he actually got to talk to me. Like I was like at a panel one time and I was in my gender bend cosplay of Lestat from Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles
Hmm.
and he made me part of his act. And it was so cool that I got a free selfie from him.
Nice.
It
That's
was
awesome.
awesome.
That's always cool, man. I mean, like I said, when you go to a horror convention or any convention and you can meet these folks and spend time with them, it is
Oh
gold.
yeah.
And like for me, I'm counting down the days until August when I go to Monster Mania and hopefully
Oh,
I get a chance to meet the queen herself, Nev Campbell. I can't wait. I can't wait.
yeah.
I
I hope he
can't
gets to
wait.
meet like Malcolm McDowell because I met Malcolm McDowell and he's my first crush at 15.
Yeah, I know. I saw that one that you that clip that he did.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you
And
showed
what
me
was
that.
yeah, and what was great about uh meeting Malcolm McDowell was that I he was like one of my first crushes when I was turned 15 and when I saw him at Scaricon in Syracuse
Mhm.
I kind of shook because I was so nervous because all my old crush feelings came back and that was when I met my friend Nicole but I saw he wasn't there and then I saw him pass by and I fangirl screamed to the point where I scared him and I had to
Right?
go back and say I'm so sorry, didn't mean to scare you. And the way he went, well, you did give me quite a fright. It was so awesome to hear his voice. And then I
Nice.
told him I loved him in The Barber. I loved his stand-up show called Never Apologize when he talked about his life with
Mhm.
Lindsay Anderson.
Mhm.
And like I took a picture of him. Like we actually tried to get like a picture to come through, but the picture didn't go through yet. But the second time, he grabbed my neck like this in affectionately, and it was like erotic. I know like a lot of like
Oh,
women today would be like,
Oh.
me too. But I'm just like, no, no, no. He wasn't doing anything. I'm just a huge
right.
fan. I thought it was kind of,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, Jamie and Jamie was is a big fan of the zombie movies, and she says, "Uh-oh, do I need to defend the Rob Zombie Halloweens again?"
Oh
And
It's
gosh.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm
And
sorry. I
I've
didn't
been
mean to talk
telling
shit
her,
about Rob Zombie.
no, no,
I
no,
didn't mean
no,
to.
that's okay,
Oh.
because a lot of people have one way or the other, and I've been telling Jamie we got to get her on so she can talk about her love for those films. There is good things in it, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
they
it's
are.
yeah, it's Travis saying so much hate for the zombie. Laugh out loud, right? I tell you, man. And let's see if Nannette is ready to pop in here. I just want to
Yeah, I
make
hope so.
sure.
I mean, I don't hate Rob Zombie per se. I just think,
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yay!
There we go.
there she is. You
It took
made
a
it.
while, but I finally figured out what
The
to do.
gods have given us her voice.
She
Ah.
hath speaketh. Oh man. So look, guys, I
Well,
also
I'm a
want to.
big fan of Michael Myers in any form he comes, including Rob Zombie. But
Yeah.
Oh,
I can get why people don't like it.
so you're a fan of both of the Rob Zombie movies too.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Oh, all right.
but
Uh,
the big reason I like the second one is because of Danielle Harris and Brad Dourif more than
They,
anything else. They brought that movie to why I like it.
yeah,
Some of the other stuff wasn't so great in that movie, but I love their characters, so I can't throw that
right,
movie away and say I hate it because of that fact.
Well,
right.
Brad Dourif actually also was the voice of Chucky.
I
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I'm a big
He
fan
was
of Brad Dourif,
he
so
was the
I
best thing in the
followed
movie.
his career and everything, even the things he did in the '70s before
Yeah,
Chuck.
he was
And
the
also
best thing in the
not
movie. He really was. I loved him.
yeah.
When Daniel Harris, obviously got killed, just his acting alone, his emotional depth, it was like the best thing in the movie. But other than that, yeah. What do you think, Steven? I know that you're not a fan of those movies, but what are the main reasons why for you?
I mean, for me, it boils down to I felt that the zombie Halloween was way too humanizing him, Michael, and that's
Right.
the biggest distraction for me
Yeah.
Mm,
because
yeah.
if you start making me feel bad for him, then it's
Hmm.
really hard for me to. It's really a conflict then because
Yeah.
he's too human. He's too much like I would be. I could imagine being in that situation where you're
Hmm.
having that horrific upbringing and you're lashing out. And so for me, it was the humanity of Michael that
Hmm.
turned me off of the zombie films because
Yeah.
I wanted him to be the boogeyman. I don't want to
Right.
know what makes him tick or what makes him talk, tick tock or whatever, or move. I want it to be a mystery. His tick
Right.
and his talk and his whole entire clock. I don't
I
want
don't
any of
get
it.
that.
You know what I'm saying? I want it to be I don't want to know. I want there to be a mystery, you know? And I
But
felt
Right.
then
like
again,
Rob was trying too hard to take away the mystery. It was
Right.
too
yeah,
real.
I
That's
get it.
that's my issue.
I'm more
I
Yeah.
kind
afraid
of
of
am with you on
serial
that,
killers than
Craven.
I am the boogeyman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say I'm kind of with Craven on that, but then you forget the movie Joker exists. Like for me, Joker was released in like October, and that actually kind of explained how the Joker became the bad guy. They
You're
showed
right.
a bit of humanity, but they didn't do it like how Rob Zombie would did it because
Right.
he this was how Joker was how you did a villain movie right, and I loved Joaquin Phoenix's performance, and that
It
was
was
what I
good.
wish I could have liked to seen. If you wanted to do an origin story on Michael Myers, don't make him too relatable because you have to remember he's a serial killer. He's somebody you shouldn't be around. Like I got
Right.
to meet the original actor who played Michael Myers in the
Oh,
original
Nick
first
Castle.
movie. Oh yeah, he
Oh,
was
nice.
tall, but he's a sweetheart. But holy shit, his his height scared me,
Yeah.
and I could see his eyes were a bit sunken in, and he was like kind of shaven, and his giantness kind of scared me a little bit, and I kind of felt like Jack and the Beanstalk for a second. And I'm
Oh
just
man.
looking at him like, please don't kill me.
Hey, what's going on, DMC? DMC is in the chat. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Walk this way.
Very
Hello.
cool. Very cool.
Is
Real
DMC
quick.
running still? Oh, I said that. Sorry, I just had to ask if he's still running. I
he
don't know.
he did
Yeah.
that, DMC, not me. Not me.
Hey,
And-
DMC, do you have Wonder Woman?
oh gosh. Marcus is in the chat with us too. 35 likes. Let's go 2 for 2 with the 100 likes for the stream, y'all. Like and share this stream. Hey, thanks a lot, man. We appreciate
I've
that.
Yeah.
already shared this stream.
All right, that's awesome. Very, very
Yeah,
cool. Very cool. We appreciate it. Yeah.
very
Joel's
much.
in the chat. He says the zombie weens are trash. Just my opinion.
Who are the zombie wings? I
The
mean,
Rob Zombie movies. The Rob Zombie Halloween
oh
movies.
yeah, I kind of thought here we go. I thought
Hey Heather, what's going on? We'll have to get you up here too, Heather. That'd be cool. That'd be really, really cool. Um, oh, Dice,
Yeah.
you are so right. Brad Dourif was fantastic in The Exorcist 3. Like,
Yeah, a lot of
seriously.
people don't realize that he's the one that is in the hospital that's supposed to be crazy.
Yes, he
yeah.
was great in that. He
Oh
was
yeah, like the one where
creepy.
like he's pyrokinetic. That one movie. Remember that one movie
No,
where like Brad Dourif was like this pyrokinetic and he like sets himself on fire psychically? I forget the
oh
name of the
man,
movie,
I don't
but
remember that one.
yeah,
Really?
that was also him. Like
Huh.
what he did star in a movie where like when he was born as a pyrokinetic, that's when you start fire psychically, kind of like in
Right.
Stephen King's Firestarter.
Firestarter. Yep.
And his parents died in the fire accident the minute he was born, and he basically loses it his fire powers come out when he's angry, and it's kind of like
He's like
one of the
Charlie.
yes, very much like that. And I've also seen Brad Dourif as Grima Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
also the most amazing performance I get to play a villain, because I
Yeah,
know
he's
like
great.
Chucky's voice so well. Like the Chucky movies, the first movie was great, but until they introduced Tiffany, like
Mhm.
I freaking love Tiffany because it just made it to a horror comedy, but
Right.
I loved it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
I
like a
did too.
dynamic duo.
But I like the second one better than the first.
You mean Bride of Chucky instead of Seed of Chucky?
No, I'm talking about I like Child's Play 2
Oh,
better.
better than the first.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All
okay.
right. Yeah, there are a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
I liked Child's Play 2 as well. I don't know if I liked it more than the first, but it's definitely close. Um,
Well, it was the girl that was the step sister that brought it. Where I loved it so much because
yeah,
her character was great. But yeah, I like both, but I like that one better.
yeah. I used to watch 2 a lot. I haven't seen it in a while though. So
Oh yeah.
maybe I gotta revisit it.
Maybe
Maybe I
there
could
are many
revisit.
times, like if you watch a horror movie and you find out there are some sequels that are actually pretty better. Like, I mean, for example, like
Hmm.
Nightmare on Elm Street had some pretty wild sequels, and I think the wildest
Yeah.
one was Freddy's Dead. Like that was when like Freddy was at his peak horror comedy,
Yeah, it
and
was.
number three was when it was just starting with him
Yes,
sticking out of the
Definitely.
TV and going, "Welcome to prime time, bitch."
I
Like,
know.
but six really like sold it for me. Like I loved that he was like dressed up as the witch, going, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little
I
soul."
know.
Dude.
He was
And
all
then
over
he
the
just
place in that
then
movie
I
too,
love that
man.
he gets all playful. And one of my favorites is when he cuts off the fingers when he's listing the many times they killed him. Like, first they tried to burn me, then
Yeah.
they tried to bury me, and this is my favorite thing. They even tried holy water on me. Boom, and just keep on coming. And I'm like, dude, I freaking love Freddy at this point because he sounded so damn sassy and cool at
Right.
this point. And I just kind of like, I think like there were so many great iconic serial killing characters, like when the 80s and the 90s first came out, and they were just like so different. But nowadays, like we get like these kind of like rip-off like kind of like serial killers, like the Bye Bye Man or
Right.
these types of things, and they kind of
Well, well,
yeah.
the thing of it is that I think that those characters were so popular in the 80s that they just lived on for so long. I mean, like we're still talking about Michael Myers, and I think that a lot of studios still see the money that you can make with these films, like with Halloween Ends.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
obviously
And
they can see where the money is going to be made because there's so many fans that grew up with Michael Myers or Freddy or Jason or whatever.
yeah, and for me, it's like I definitely appreciate that there are franchises about it, but there's a part of me that feels like I'd like to see more original horror stories.
Oh
Stuff
yeah,
that kind of genuinely makes me scared, but actually teaches me stuff that like
yeah,
makes me
I'm with
think
you.
a little bit. Yeah, because
right.
like for example, like when I first saw the movie The Witch in 2015, that was a
That
movie
was a
that
good one.
really kind of felt like, oh my God, this is the future of horror. The
Right.
same could be said for Hereditary. Because
Yeah.
when I saw that, it was almost kind of like, God, I haven't seen stuff like this in so long since seeing The Shining.
Yeah.
Because and now it's like Jordan Peele has made some interesting like horror movies. Like right now he's
Hmm.
currently like doing this alien invasion horror movie called Nope. And when I was thinking about
Hmm.
it, I was thinking it's short for Not of planet Earth.
Yeah, I've heard of that. And it's going to
Yeah,
be interesting to see how it comes together because with him, I really like the way that he like develops his stories in his movies. He's really, and he's old school. He's a big horror geek. So it's like he has taken things that he's seen other like the old school filmmakers do, and he's like
yeah.
putting his spin on it. It's fantastic stuff. It really
I think
is. I
one of
cannot wait.
the most interesting parts, like when I first saw the movie Get Out, mostly the trailer,
Hmm.
I was kind of a bit suspicious because like I just kind of felt like, oh, is this going to be a commentary on this? But then my mom and I decided to go see it, but we got so invested into the film
Right.
because it was like not only was it a commentary on passive racism in America and how it still persisted over the years, even after the civil rights movement,
Hmm.
it's like it also kind of really portrayed how the white progressive or white family still has those like feelings of we want to kind of put our brains in these strong black bodies so we could feel more civilized and like when and they seemed so scary
It
and like
was a
mom and
scary
I
film. Yeah.
we were just like cheering like you gotta get out of the house and they did and we were like
Right.
cheering and us was another great classic too because it was another commentary on two different Americas, which is it's about classism actually
Right. Oh
because
yeah.
like it's so dark because it didn't just talk about like black communities. It also talked about the dark side of ourselves, like when the white family had their awful family get killed.
Hmm.
Like it's such a twisted alternate because it's like they're almost kind of like they're these types of alien clones that speak in a different language and the ending just kind of like made my jaw drop
Right. I
because
know. I know. But
and
here's the thing with that though, is that with those movies, they operate on these multiple levels, which for me is what makes me want to revisit them. That I'll go back to
yeah.
them and revisit them, and I think that that's what makes him so effective as a filmmaker. Like I said, with
Hmm.
Nope, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do with Nope. I mean, I am like ready to rock
I
and
want to
roll.
see that one
Seriously.
too.
Yeah.
And when I feel and it's I feel the same way when I watch Robert Eggers or Ari Aster, like especially like when Robert Eggers did like The Lighthouse and The Witch. He recently came out with The Northman, and I know it
Yeah.
didn't do well like critics wise, but I feel like if people try to revisit it, the story itself is very simple because it's obviously the Hamlet story, but
Right.
told with Vikings. And Ari Aster, on the other hand, he knows how to do psychological horror to the max. And I like those two along with Jordan Peele. And they're like the kinds where I want to see what they come up with next.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, real quick too, and I want to get to, and I have a question for you guys too. I'll throw it to you guys in a second, but we got some super chats that I want to get to here. Jason coming in with a $10 super chat. Jason, as usual, just like I said, man, on Craven stream, no words, man. Much appreciated. Much
Yep.
love to you.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Saying if you have not been to the Night Watch Zone merch store, what are you
What
doing?
are you
If you have
doing?
horror
Yeah.
movies but no friends, want to be able to ride the stew train, go visit the Night Watch Zone merch store. You are all right, man. Seriously. And I also want to say hi to Katie. She's in the chat too. And Katie has given uh, Stephen and I a gift that is going to keep on giving. And Jason, we're going to share this for you. Here we go.
What is it? Huh?
It's a surprise! Pickle surprise! Pickle surprise!
What?
Oh,
The actual fuck. That
I
needs
love
to
it.
be a meme. It needs to be a meme. I'm sorry.
and there is so much more to that clip
There
That clip
is.
is so it goes on for like a minute and
It
something.
it
It's
it does.
crazy.
It's
Oh
But
man.
crazy
Jason, thank you so much. I
when
really
I see
appreciate
them.
it. Very kind of you. And DMC as well. A final small contribution to your August trip night. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. August is going to be a lot of fun. And DMC, you rock. You're always supportive. So let's do another one here for you. Here we go.
Oh no.
Repeat my mantra. Ham. Ham. Ham.
and and
Oh,
and the,
Ham.
and the truth of the matter is that when you have two people like DMC and Jason being so generous, we got to treat them right, right, Steven? We got
got
to
to
we
treat
got
him
to treat them
right.
right. So here we go.
Treat her right, treat your mother right. Treat her right, treat her right. Treat her right, treat your mother right. Treat her right, treat her right.
M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that you felt when I was born.
All right. So
Yeah.
I
there
didn't
you
know
go.
Mr. T could rock.
Right?
I don't think he
Oh
knew he
man.
could either.
I don't think he did either, man. I'm telling you. Thank you guys for getting the bots. They're all around. I appreciate you guys taking care of the live chat. So
Sex bots
listen,
are out, man. They're
yeah,
in
they
full.
are.
Many
It's the
times.
tank top, dude.
Stop.
You wear the tank
Stop
top,
it.
the sex bots are back. I'm telling you,
Oh
it happens.
God. All right. So
I
look.
hope that those aren't the bots that are from Austin Powers. The one where like they had the lasers
The
coming out the
fembots.
boobs.
Oh
The
God.
fembots.
No,
The fembots.
no.
I can
Uh,
handle the
those
Ghost in the
are
Shell droids than that. Okay.
Okay. All right. So look, this is what I want to do. I want to go around with you guys, and what my question is, I mean, we're talking about horror and so forth, but what I want you guys to do is share with me either, and I'll start with you, Nat, and then we'll go to Steven, and then Jordan, and then me, of course. But either a movie that truly either scared you or still scares you, or it could be a movie moment. I mean, something that really it just sticks out in your mind when you think of a scary movie or a scary moment in a movie. And it could be something that, was when you were, a kid or whatever, or maybe even still right now. What do you got?
Well, when they show the big ass rat from Graveyard Shift, I have a thing. If it's rodents, except for kangaroos, or if it's cockroaches, they creep me out, and
Okay.
or needles. So getting shot and everything. But yeah, I have to go with when they showed that big ass rat, giant oversized rat in the Graveyard Shift. That really, and still to this day, I can watch that movie and I get freaked out. It don't matter that I've seen it a bazillion times, but
Right.
yeah.
That's great. And I haven't seen that in so long, but I know what you're talking about. That's crazy. Maybe I got to watch that again. That might be one of those movies for a watch party, Steven.
dude, I was thinking that, man, because I haven't seen it. I mean, probably since it came out. So
Right.
like a long time.
I just watched it a couple weeks ago, but I'm even though I hate them things and everything, there's a few things I'll make exception to watching roaches, rats, or anyone getting shot with a needle, and that's
Ugh.
Michael Myers and Stephen King stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I hear you. I hear you. Jason saying, "Okay, nightmares for days."
Yeah.
We
Tell that
can.
to my childhood nightmare movie, Pinocchio.
Oh
The donkey
gosh.
scene. Don't get me started. But
I've
Oh my
never
gosh.
seen that.
Don't.
Mouse, that gives me emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
You need the clip, man. I gotta send you the clip.
I know. You know what? But every time you use it, I just want to say this. First of all, because Stephen, and I know you do it on purpose,
I
but
do.
we'll be in the middle of something and you'll throw it in like right at a certain moment and it gets
Yep.
me every single time, man. Every single time. But but
Ah,
what about you, Stephen? What's
yeah.
either a scary movie or just a scary moment that sticks out in your mind, because I think especially us, we talk about horror movies so much, but I think sometimes people might be wondering, because I know some people have asked me, what really does or has scared you? So how about you?
hmm Yeah, the one it's within the last 20 years. It was The Ring. When I saw
Oh,
The Ring,
Yes.
that movie.
Oh.
Let me tell you, I've only seen it once because I never wanted to see it again. It disturbed me. There was something about that movie, guys, that when it was over, I felt unsettled. I was very unsettling inside, and
mm,
it lasted for like days, maybe even weeks. I felt, I just felt off after watching that
mm,
movie, and I can't describe it. I was an adult. It wasn't like I was a kid, but that movie messed with me so
mm,
Oh my
bad. I've
God.
Yeah,
never
I
watched
know
it
what you're
again.
talking about.
I
Yeah?
actually
mm,
agree with you, Craven, because I saw that movie too. And I saw it, I was a kid when it first came to the theater, and my
mm,
mom and dad took me to go see it because I wanted to see it. And I got so scared in the movie theater that I had to run to the bathroom to gather my courage to go
Wow.
back inside to watch the rest of it.
mm,
And
Wow.
the
mm.
scene with Samara coming out of the TV
I love
scared
that
the
scene.
ever living shit out of me as a
Yeah.
kid.
I
Like,
love
I
that scene.
That was
literally,
creepy.
oh man.
I didn't expect that either. When I first saw it,
No.
I wasn't expecting that. And strangely enough, and I saw it at night, and strangely enough, the phone rang, and so
Oh.
and Steven, like, and
Yeah.
my brother, of course, he's younger, so he's like, "Ah," and I'm sitting there laughing my butt off,
Dang.
I
but
would see my
we didn't
boy
hear it
says
though.
the
Yeah.
curse video is still on YouTube. You can
Yes,
find it.
No
And
yes.
thanks.
you can find the original Japanese version of the curse video.
Oh my gosh, that's too
It's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah,
No.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't
I
do it.
I asked my brother if I said let's go see a movie together.
Uh-huh.
Now he was 15 at the time, and I was 19.
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you want to see?" And he was like, "I want to see The Ring."
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay. Um,
Oh,
and
biggest regret ever.
I didn't know it was going to be like that.
Right.
And when she comes out of the well and then starts coming out of the television, I was
Yeah.
white. I couldn't talk, and he was like
Mm-hmm.
shaking me, like, "Nannette, are you all right?"
Oh.
Yeah.
I get it. Trust me.
Right. Now,
I
And believe me, I'm one of them people that never stops talking, but especially when I was a teenager.
it caught you right in your tracks. It was
it
so
did.
well done.
Yeah.
Nathaniel is sending in a $2 super chat as well,
Nice.
and thank you so much, Nathaniel. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And asking, what was the first scary movie you all seen in the theater? Ooh, wow.
Well, I know when it was for me.
What was it for you?
Halloween 20 years later.
Ooh,
Oh,
H2O. All
H2O.
right.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
my mother took me to see it when I was 16.
Uh,
Nice. Oh, that's a good
Nice.
one.
I
That's a good one.
think mine I think mine was The Ring in the theater, but my first like a movie that kind of was a horror movie but actually action, it was The Mummy.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
With Brendan Fraser?
Now they
Yeah,
say
the
that
classic.
horror.
And I saw the sequel in theaters. It was even more better.
Yeah, yeah. Though
It opens into a spear.
I did like those
I
movies. They
love
were
them.
actually pretty good.
But
Yeah.
yes, the first scary movie I actually saw in the theater was The Ring for me.
Yeah.
But my first
Ah.
personal horror movie before I saw The Ring was The Shining.
Yeah, that's a
And
classic.
it was on when the first time I saw The Shining. And to answer your question, like a movie that truly still scares me and
Hmm.
stuck with me forever was that movie, The Shining. And I
Yeah.
was about 11 years old, well, actually 10, and it was on a Halloween night, and my dad uh told me, "Oh, because it's Halloween night, you got to watch The Shining." And so we like decorated the whole house to like Halloween decorations, and we wanted to get snacks and popcorn, and we sat back and watched The Shining.
Yeah.
And from the minute I heard this music, I felt like there was gonna be something disturbing coming, and nothing happened. But except there were a lot of disturbing talks about a man killing his family,
Hmm.
cannibalism, and that stuff. But the one scene that truly stuck with me, but made me pay attention, and it still scares me to this day, was the scene where the opening of the elevator and you see the blood
The blood.
leaking out, and it was in
Yeah.
slow motion, and when I saw that I just couldn't move as a
Yeah.
kid. I
It
was
had
just
creepy imagery.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like I watched it all the way through, and like there were so many disturbing imagery. How like and the music underneath it doesn't help because it was in like a
Right.
brightly lit hotel room, and even the scene with the woman in the bathtub, I covered my ears when
Yeah.
this scene was happening, and to this day, and even Jack Nicholson's performance is a sight to behold.
It
Watching
is.
him go from sort of scary to completely manic and insane just scared the shit out of me as a kid. And
Yeah.
like and to this day, every time I go to a hotel room to visit a different country, I have a genuine fear of hotel hallways.
Me too.
Cause I
Every time
think it
I'm in
was
one, I think of that scene
because
too.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think it was because of that movie, I genuinely was scared of hallways,
Hmm.
but I try to like at least try to get over my fear by filming walking through hallways because I did a comfortably numb music video and I
Hmm.
filmed multiple hallways,
Nice.
and that kind of made me sort of conquer my fear of hallways.
Nice. Nice.
Mhm.
Well, I can totally agree with you on The Shining. And my first scary movie, and I know I might be wrong on this, but I think it was one of the Nightmare sequels. I think it was Nightmare on Elm Street 5,
Mhm.
because I was really big into Freddy at that time. Although the first Nightmare movie I saw was two. I saw two before I saw one as a kid, and I found a way to rent it and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that was my first one. I think that was my
Mm.
first one. But Nathaniel, thank you so much for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Great question. And we got to play something for you too. So here we go.
This, this. Like this. Swing your hips, baby. Swing your hips. Fire! Swing your hips.
Now kiss.
Right.
Wow.
I
I
was
love
waiting for
I
them to
love that one.
kiss.
Oh,
I love
Knight, I got to
that
tell
one.
you real quick, man. My first one, and it's funny that we're talking. That question came up because my very first horror movie in a theater was
Hmm.
Terror Train. It was Jamie Lee
Right.
Curtis,
Oh,
and way back, whatever it was, 80, I can't, something like that, 1980, whatever it was. And as a kid, obviously, my sister took me on a date. She was dating her boyfriend and drugged me with her. I think it was babysitting me. So I got drugged into Terror Train and watched the whole movie with like cracks in my eyes. And so, anyways, the reason I think that that's interesting is because this month I'm going to have a watch party on my channel of Terror Train. And
Oh,
Right.
yes,
wow.
I'm doing it. It's my first ever horror movie. We're going to
Yeah.
go back and revisit it, and it's going to be a public watch party, not just for my members only. It's going to be open to the public, to everyone to join us, and we're going to watch
Nice.
Terror Train. So stay tuned. It'll be later this
Very
month.
cool. That
That
is
sounds
very cool,
great.
man.
I'm
I
happy
Yep.
for you,
love
Craven.
I love
Thanks.
that. I love
Hope you
that movie so much. It's
hope you
so
guys can all
good.
be there for it. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. It's a great
It'll be
movie,
my
man.
first time watching it.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
really?
great!
I've never seen
Nice.
Terror Train.
Yay!
Very, very cool.
It's a murder. It's a murder mystery. Who done it kind of thing. It's good.
Yeah, you gotta love it. That
Yep.
those are some
Yeah.
of my favorites, man. Some of my favorites. And we got Brett James Bishop is in the chat.
Hey, Brett.
$5 super chat.
Hi.
What's going on, Brett? Nice to see you. Uh, I was, oh geez, I was only gonna stop by for a moment, but night is sleepless, so I'm gonna stay around for a bit.
That's
For
right.
reals, it's great to see all of you. Thanks so much, man.
Good to see you too,
Hello,
Brett.
Brett.
We appreciate that so much. You, you're all right. And you know what? We'll play something good for you here too. Here we go, Brett. Let's do something here.
What? What? I'm from. What?
Oh my gosh. Night.
It has like straight up YouTube poop meme energy written all over. I can't.
Wow. I
I
haven't
just
seen that
can't.
one yet.
Did you like that one, man?
That was pretty
Sus.
darn good. No, that was good.
And I loved how they were like, what? What?
Thanks so
I
much,
was
Brett.
waiting for like someone kind of to use the sus like account, like the sus,
Yeah.
sus, be very sus, sus, sus.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh
good.
my god.
It's a lot of
Oh
fun.
man. And look at this. Wow, you guys
Oh,
are just
Anthony.
Anthony's coming in too. You know he's gonna have an interesting question as always. Thanks so much, man. I
Always.
appreciate it. And he's saying, who did the Halloween franchise need more to be as successful as it was? Jamie Lee Curtis or Donald Pleasance? Oh wow, that's a
That's a trick
great
question.
question. Wow. All right, we'll go we'll go the other way around. We'll go with Jordan and then Steven and then Nat. What do you think, Jordan? You going with Donald Pleasance or Jamie Lee Curtis?
I am gonna side with Donald Pleasance because
Right.
he's the one who kind of feels more like he's like a detective. Because
Yeah.
I feel like handles the situation a lot more like an adult. Now,
Right.
Jamie Lee Curtis, I love her, but I feel like if you're gonna handle a situation when a serial killer is on the loose, I wouldn't want to like start screaming and start crying. Like, I would try to figure out ways to get out of here and actually figure out ways to work around the situation, which is what Donald
Hmm.
Pleasance did. And
Yeah,
even
he had
Malcolm
all he had the
McDowell
answers.
did play Dr. Loomis. I feel like we need to be more like Dr. Loomis at some point.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Steven?
Yeah, I think Donald Pleasance was more important because he was the voice. He was the narrator for us for Michael because
Right.
he's the one that gave us the insight into Michael, like in those years and what he learned and he was such a great character, played masterfully by Donald Pleasance so
Yeah.
well in all of the films. One, two, four, five, and six, his final movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you think about the quality of some of those sequels, he always delivered top level performance.
Oh yeah.
He did.
He never took a movie off or phoned it in
Right.
autopilot mode. So, Jamie Lee's been great, but I think if you had to cast, you could cast someone that could probably do what Jamie Lee did. You could find someone easier and to do that part than you could the effectiveness that Donald Pleasance brought. So
Mm.
they're both very important, but I
Yeah.
believe Donald Pleasance really was the one that carried that first movie in a lot of ways more than Laurie did.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
All
my
right.
thought, man.
All right.
Mhm.
How about you, Nat?
Well, I agree with them. Donald Pleasance just had brought his A game, and he just had that presence to him. And like Steve said, he was the narrator. He
Yeah.
brought you into the world and let you see who Michael was through his
Mhm.
eyes. Yeah. And that was like the most important thing. And
Mm-hmm.
Also because he's a therapist.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lori, I love Lori's character and everything, but she's
Mm-hmm.
so wishy-washy. Even now, well, she can't make her mind up what she wants. But Dr. Loomis knew what he wanted. He knew what he was going to do. He had a plan,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
went
exactly.
after it.
Yeah,
That's a
He
and
was
good point.
meanwhile,
relentless. He was
I
He,
mean,
relentless.
yeah,
yeah,
and
he
meanwhile, like
was.
Jamie Lee Curtis has to like deal with the fact that she's Michael Myers' sister.
Right. Well, the thing
Yeah.
about Loomis to me, and I know, and especially Steven, you know who I'm gonna say. I mean, it's got to be Donald Pleasance because I
Yeah.
shot him six
Yes.
times
Shot him in the
because
heart.
in the heart. I mean,
It's
I think Donald Pleasance for me, first of all, he's my favorite character. And I absolutely love Jamie Lee Curtis and I love Laurie Strode. But the thing about Donald Pleasance and his portrayal as Loomis was there was a level of gravitas, there was a level of intelligence, there was the backstory, and we said this when we did our Halloween franchise reviews. He's the greatest hype man in movie history because he literally made us afraid of Michael before we were afraid of Michael. Just listening to what he talked about, in his interactions with Michael Myers. And so it just made everything so much more effective. And I've said it time and time again, especially in Halloween 78 when Loomis was on the trail, I felt safe for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because
yeah.
like you guys are saying, he was relentless. He had a game plan and he was smart. And I think that that was one of the things that made those movies very special compared to, for me, I always think of the trinity of the 80s, especially, Michael, Freddie, and Jason. But the thing that the Halloween movies had in spades over the other two was Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis. So it's got to be
It's
Dr.
true.
Loomis, no doubt about it. Anthony, thank you so much for that super chat, man. We really appreciate it. Let's play a couple
Yeah.
things for you. Let's do the Loomis thing again because obviously we're on a roll talking about Donald Pleasance. So here
Let's
we
do
go.
it.
What? What? I'm from. What?
I can't get over
I
Dude.
like to think that the guy with the side cap would be Michael, and the guy going, "What?" is basically Laurie Strode. That's how I think it sums up the movies.
That's
I
just,
love that.
that's so
Uh,
crazy.
let's do one more for Anthony because he's always there for us. Anthony, here's another one for you that's pretty darn crazy.
Oh boy.
I swear. It's like meme material written all over.
It
And I
is.
like that we all collectively agree that Donald Pleasance and Dr. Loomis is the real hero of the story. He's
He
the real
is.
final girl.
he's
Oh,
the he's the final doctor. What's up,
final
Final
doctor.
Doctor,
Karen?
hey!
Karen's in the chat saying, "Hi guys, The Evil Dead at the Drive-In was my first. Terror
Oh,
Train,
okay.
yes, that'll be fun.
Oh,
Wow, Evil
yes,
Dead
Evil
at
Yeah,
the
Dead.
Drive-In. That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
that's
Wow.
cool.
I would have loved to
I've
have seen
only
that.
seen one movie in at drive-in. They didn't have them, but they had a special going, and my dad wanted to see a movie, and he was like, "Nannette, you're coming with me. Grandma's not here, and you can't be alone." So it was like 10 o'clock at night, so he took me to see Jurassic Park too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lost
that
World with
that definitely had some moments, some
I
really
actually
tense
saw
moments.
Poppin' the Popcorn said that they see Edward Scissorhands, and Cray
Yeah,
Dre said he saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre when he was 5.
yeah, man, that's pretty wow. At 5 years
Ooh,
old,
That's
you know,
young.
that's childhood trauma right there. And for
right?
Poppin' the Popcorn, Edward Scissorhands, tearjerker of a movie.
I love that movie.
I love it.
It's a great.
Um, but I'm big. If it says it's got Johnny Depp in it, I'm gonna watch it, even if they say it's horrible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, let's see. We had another. I think we had another one in here too. I didn't want to make sure I caught everyone here. Bobby Joe says, "Knight, what are your thoughts on ghosts and aliens being real?" Um,
Hmm.
Ooh,
well,
great question.
that
That's
is
an
a good
interesting
one.
question.
I think that ghosts are definitely look. I definitely believe in spiritual stuff because I've had some experiences that are very interesting. So I definitely believe that. And as far as aliens is concerned, look, I mean, it's a really big universe, and that's all I gotta say. It's a really big universe, so
Yeah,
it
I
really
I
gotta
really is.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on the idea of like ghosts and aliens being real because I'm a spiritual person myself. And the thing about ghosts is that they're the spirits of dead people who have not crossed over to the other side. And I like to think that ghosts and spirits are in fact real. But the reason why they're not actually scary as we make them out to be is that there actually were people then. But
Mm,
sometimes they can be bad ghosts. Really, they're mostly angry. They might be angry that they're dead. Then there's poltergeists who want to look to mess some crap up. And and as for aliens, on the other hand, it's still a very big universe because there's been evidence shown that there are multiple multiverses. That maybe there might be some alien civilizations out there, and I feel like the reason why they still haven't come to visit us is because I don't think we've achieved a level of intelligence to their level. Because we've
it
seen
could
lots of
be.
sci-fi like content like Star Wars and Star Trek where humans and aliens are living together.
Hmm.
But ours hasn't gotten there yet.
That could be it. That could be it.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Anthony is on a roll tonight, man. I'm telling you, he's
All
not playing
right. What do we
around.
got?
Thank you so
Oh,
much, Anthony. $5 super chat again, man. Donald Pleasance, more iconic in the horror genre than Brad Dourif. And then he has a sly smile. I'm a huge Child's Play fan. All right, so listen, I'll start with this one, and then we'll go to Net, and then Steven, and then Jordan. Um, gosh, okay. Brad Dourif obviously, has done multiple things. He's iconic for Chucky for sure, but he's done a lot of other great things too in the horror genre. So I think in that sense, he's more iconic based upon his library, of work. Personally speaking, though, I'm still a Donald guy because it just it just stuck with me, ever since I was a kid. But I could say that Brad Dourif is more iconic because of that, because he's had such longevity and so many different roles in different movies, like what we were talking about, whether it's Exorcist 3 or if it's Child's Play and Halloween and all these other things. He was also in oh my God, what was that one movie? I just watched it not too long ago. He was in. Gosh, I'll have to think about that. But he's been in so many different things. But what do you think, Net? Is Donald Pleasance more iconic than Brad Dourif?
I'm not sure. I mean, you say that Brad Dourif been in. more iconic. But Donald Pleasance has been in a lot of horror. I mean, almost everything he's done was horror. I mean, ever since he did Halloween with John Carpenter, John has had him in every single movie after that. So he died.
Yeah.
And but I'm gonna go with Brad Dourif because he's so much more creepier and more
Yeah.
scary than John than Donald Pleasance. I mean, it's like what Jonathan said. He did Lord of the Rings too. Now that ain't a scary movie, but the character that he played in the second one was so dang creepy and scary that he was still playing that creepy, scary vibe.
True enough. True enough.
And I mean, there's a movie that I seen, and it's from I think 1974, I believe, and it's called The Eyes of Laurie Mars.
Oh.
And he wasn't the bad guy, and I'm gonna say who was, but he was so creepy. Everybody thought that he was the one doing the killing and everything in the movie because of how weird he was. The cops wanted to put him in jail and everything.
Yeah. Very cool.
But yeah, it's a movie most people don't know about, but
Oh, okay.
But my grandma she was into stuff like that when I was younger and everything. She don't really watch a lot of stuff like that now, but she raised me, and so I got introduced to movies that like that. It's a movie that's more of a thriller. It's a whodunit. It's models keep getting killed, and okay, Sigourney Weaver is a photographer. She's a camera photographer. She takes pictures of people and everything, and everybody keeps dying around her. And,
sounds like something right up my alley. I love mysteries.
Right.
And Brad Dourif
Yeah.
is her, he helps her, and he's her assistant, and he gets up all her camera equipment and everything. And he's a little weird, but he's a great character, and he's a lovable character. And
cool.
Let's see what is.
And it's got Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
So
well, that's
yeah,
cool.
it's definitely a good movie in my opinion. But nobody hears about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Are
I
you
might
looking
want
it
to
up?
check it out.
I'm trying to look it up now.
What's the name of that movie again?
The Eyes of Laurie Mars.
The Eyes of Laura Mars. There it is.
Laura, not Lori. Laura.
No,
Mars.
I found it.
Is that the
That's
one you were
cool.
talking about with Sigourney Weaver, or is that the different one?
Oh my God, Faye
Yeah,
Dunaway's
Sigourney
in
Weaver.
it.
Wow, that's a lot of great
Dunaway,
actors.
Who's in Network, and of course, Mommy Dearest.
That's cool.
Oh man.
I might have to check that one out. That's crazy.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Faye Dunaway that's the one.
Yeah, it's Faye Dunaway. It's As of Laura Mars, 1978. Brad
I've
Dourif,
heard of it.
Tommy Lee Jones, Faye Dunaway. I've never heard of this, but I need to see it.
It's a pretty good movie.
Neither have I.
Nice. Very cool.
Also, I found the name of the Brad Dourif movie where he basically has pyrokinetics powers. It's called Spontaneous Combustion, 1990.
Oh, I've heard of that. I don't know if I've seen it though, but I've heard that movie title before. Might have to check that out.
That reminds me of another movie that I had said that creeped me out. Brad was in graveyard shift too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
that.
He was.
Um,
Yep.
uh,
Very, very cool. So
Wow.
now,
Okay.
do you now for you, Stephen? Do
Yeah.
you think that Donald Pleasance is more iconic than Brad Dourif, or
I
how
mean,
would you break it down?
probably I would probably have to say if you're talking about the overall genre contribution wise, it's probably Brad Dourif. But
Yeah.
personally, me, it's Donald Pleasance
Yeah.
because Donald Pleasance was to me a gem, a
Yeah.
special gem,
Mm-hmm.
and that's nothing against Brad, but that's
Right.
just how much I think of Donald and his acting.
Yes.
And I even remember, man, I remember seeing him on Ten Little Indians, the Agatha Christie movie.
really?
And Donald
Oh
Pleasance
wow.
is in
Oh
Ten Little
my God.
Indians.
Yes,
That's
he
cool.
is.
Yes,
Oh, and
I'm
it even had a
serious.
second name called "And Then There Were None."
And then there were
Like,
yes,
you
yes,
know, the
exactly.
Wow.
That's the
movie
one.
Identity, that movie Identity, which was
Yeah,
about, which
I like that
was about
movie.
the kid who was killing all the kids,
right.
everyone. That was based off Agatha Christie's "And Then There Were None."
Yes,
Mm.
very similar and great movies, all of them. Identity is great. Uh,
Yeah.
I
Ten,
love Agatha Christie.
oh, her stuff
Yep.
is fantastic. I mean,
Yeah,
wow. That's
Hey,
why I always
Dove.
love the Scream movies because it's like Wes kind of took an Agatha Christie and Kevin and just put it on steroids and put it into a slasher
Yep.
and
yeah.
love it.
Hey, what's going on, Destin? Nice to see you. What's going on?
Destin,
Woo-hoo. All right.
are you in
Hey,
Texas,
Dustin.
bro? What's up, man? Have you finally made it? Your move? What's going on, man?
Right? Yeah, I know. I know, man. I know.
He was on the road last time I talked to him.
I know, right? And Turtle Dove's in the chat too. What's up, Turtle Dove? Nice to see you.
Hey, Turtle
Um,
Dove.
and Jordan, you haven't said yet. Do you think that Donald Pleasance is more iconic than Brad Dourif?
Well, here's what I think. I think it depends. I think it's kind of a bit like ridiculous to kind of like pit like which is better, like Brad Dourif or Donald Pleasance. I think if I want to like answer truthfully, I think both of them are so iconic and unique in their own way. That's kind of like
Right.
saying that Bela Lugosi and Vincent Price, who's better? When you
Right.
know
Exactly.
that both of them are just so unique in their own way. And now and while we're on the subject of Vincent Price, I became aware of Vincent Price's acting, mostly his voice acting, through movies like The Great Mouse Detective, and of course The Thief and the Cobbler. If you guys don't know The Thief and the Cobbler, it's one of the most beautifully animated movies. And
Hmm.
ironically, in the Cobbler cut, when Vincent Price plays the bad guy named Zigzag, his pet vulture Fido is also voiced by Donald Pleasance.
Ah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of
so
Vincent Price, you know what else he was in that you were talking about earlier?
oh yeah,
Was
exactly.
Edward Scissorhands, and it was the last movie he ever did.
Exactly. And my
Wow.
point is that there are so many different iconic horror icons that it just kind of feels a little bit pointless to choose which is which. That I
Yeah.
just kind of like enjoy what they provide for the audience. What do they bring to the table?
I
And
agree.
and the thing about it is that when I watch all different types of horror icons, like how I feel about Bela Lugosi, like when I saw Bela Lugosi's Dracula at 16, like in big movie theater,
Hmm.
I genuinely felt unnerved by his presence. It's
Oh
mostly
yeah.
in the eyes. Like when he looks right at you, I felt scared. But because it was a Rocky Horror Picture Show night, everybody was laughing. But I just kind of felt it was a bit ridiculous to laugh because it might seem a bit corny now, but
Hmm.
really it's effective when you see his performance. And also it's in the hands too. Did you know
Hmm.
that Night on Bald Mountain from Fantasia, when we see Chernobog, his modeling is based off of Bela Lugosi himself?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they based all of his facial expressions, all of his hand movements, and all of his powerful looking movements off of Bela Lugosi. And I think
Nice.
like this, and I think like when we talk about Bela Lugosi, there's also Christopher Lee, who's great as Dracula. Gary
Oh, yeah.
Oldman, my favorite Dracula, who's so damn
You
creepy.
do.
Yeah,
Me. I love
Um,
him as Dracula.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I like them
Gary
too.
Oldman
Christopher
was
Lee is my
so
favorite
good.
though.
Yeah,
Christopher
and,
Lee.
and for me, it's Gary Oldman. Gary
Yeah.
Oldman, when I saw his performance as Dracula, it was like so genuinely unnerving and creepy,
Mhm.
but at the same time, you feel a sense of sympathy for him.
Oh
It
yeah.
was the
That's
first.
what I was going. That's what I was thinking. And it's one of my favorites. It's a long
Yes.
movie, but it's a great one. And I also, to point something else out, I just loved Anthony Hopkins as
Yes. Oh,
that.
he
Van
was
Helsing.
perfect as Van Helsing, and he was Hannibal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes! Oh my god! And he was perfect for the role of like Van Helsing.
He
And
was,
I
man.
loved
He
like how
was.
yeah, and I loved how all-star that cast was.
Oh
Winona
yeah.
freaking Ryder.
Exactly.
Keanu
She
Reeves, I
was
know.
perfect as
Yeah.
Nina.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, the
Uh,
cast was great. The direction was great. The set designs were great. I mean, it was a vampire story. It was a Dracula story. It was a love story. It was kind of
all of it.
almost all of
It was
these
an
things rolled up
action
in one.
story in
It
part.
was.
Yes. And it
And
followed
It was
the
great.
it followed the details of Bram Stoker's book very closely, and it was the only movie to get his death scene right, book
Mm,
accurate.
yeah.
And even though they incorporated the love story, which was not really in the book, I
Right.
thought it was great that they included that
Hmm.
because it added a sense of like you actually care for these characters.
exactly.
And
Yes.
it's like and the fact that it's directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who also did the Godfather movies, I thought it brought a sense of art to vampire movies. And today's vampire movies, thanks to Twilight, but I know there's like True Blood and a lot of iconic vampire movies now, but I really wish they could have just brought back a little bit of like of the old classic 90s vampires, like Interview with the
Hmm.
Vampire, Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Lost Boys.
Exactly.
I
Right.
want my sexy long-haired vampires back.
Well, there was a movie they made, and it's a Dracula movie, and it's not been that long ago. And I wanted to, I like the Twilight saga
Yeah,
movies
that's
and
fine.
everything, but I want my old vampires from the 90s that
Yes.
and were sexy. And
Well,
they made a Dracula called Dracula Untold, and it was horrible. I mean, if you like action movies and you don't
mhm.
want no good chemistry or anything, it's okay of a movie. It had a
Right.
lot of great action scenes, but I did not like Dracula Untold, and they made that in 2017. But it was horrible.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
was not a
Drac.
fan of that one either. I mean,
Yeah,
but
and
I don't
and
know if I think that for them to get back to like the old school type of vibes, I don't know. I don't know if studios would take a chance on that, you know? I mean,
Well,
I
they
would like to
are
see it.
making a new Blade movie, and Wesley
True.
Snipes is coming back to it, so hopefully that will be a decent one.
Yeah. Real
And they're
quick too,
talking about redoing Lost Boys. I
yeah,
don't
I
I've
know.
know,
heard that
man.
too.
That's a
I've
crime
heard that
against
too.
nature. And I'm gonna say this one more time. Like, I'm a huge fan of Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles books because, unfortunately, our beloved Anne Rice dearly departed at 82 of a heart attack. And like, when I when I watched Interview with the Vampire, and of course, Queen of the Damned, I wanted to get to know the books more. And
Right.
I read through all the books, the first three, which I think were great. I really
Top
felt,
five for me.
Yeah, but one of the things that was so great about Interview with the Vampire was that since these books came out in the 70s and the movies later, they
Hmm.
really showed LGBT representation and feminist representation with these characters. And Anne Rice was so brave enough to take the genre of vampires and deconstruct it into a commentary about ourselves, our
Mm.
human past, and how we've lost our connection with being human. And here's the thing, it's getting a reboot, but when I look at it, they're clearly changing up the source material of the books that it doesn't even feel close. And they're not doing as much LGBT representation in the new one. And they're aging up Claudia and they're making them all like
Oh my
prostitutes and
God.
villains. And I'm just like,
No.
and they're setting it in the 1900s and some shit. And I just gonna feel like, dude, she just passed away.
Right.
Why can't you just stick it with the source material? Now, I don't
Right.
mind like diverse actors to play different characters, but please try to like stick to the source material. I wouldn't mind seeing it like Hamilton, like with the costumes like Hamilton and all the kind of stuff. And
Yeah,
then
that
like
was cool.
you see like all different types of like people of color playing Akasha, Makare, Maharet, and Cayman and Enkiel and all these ancient people. And I don't mind like Claudia being a child or something. And I
Right.
just like I want to see a really good proper adaptation of the entire book series because I love
Mhm.
the Vampire Lestat and the original book Queen of the Damned. There needs to be a worthy adaptation that is close to the books, but
Yeah.
still change some new things, but still manage to keep it close to what Anne Rice intended.
Yeah, I agree. Now, real quick, I want to get to another super chat from Anthony with another question. Thank you so much. Saying Craven will like this question. Ha! If Drew Barrymore is cast as Sydney in Scream, is the franchise successful, and does she act in all sequels like Nev? Ooh, wow, that's a
No,
good one.
No.
no, 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 no.
Wow, that's a
You
good.
and I
Wow.
agree on this. But,
I guess that's the answer for you guys. What about what
Yeah.
about you, Steve?
um,
I just been so far back that I turned into Reagan from The Exorcist.
oh my gosh.
Oh
Uh,
God.
yeah, I personally don't
Barrymore is
believe.
not Nev Campbell.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I don't believe number one that Drew Barrymore would have stayed for all the sequels. I just get the feeling that because Drew Barrymore is more of that free spirited kind of an actor,
Right.
performer. So I can't imagine her doing Scream 2 and Scream 3 and Scream 4
I
and
can't.
Scream 5. I don't think she would do it. So I think it worked out perfectly because the cast that came together there in Scream 1 was that movie is just lightning in a bottle. It just caught
Come
it.
Yes,
It caught
and
it. It's perfect.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
and
just
it was
perfect.
like it was such a meta
here.
movie that it deconstructed the genre of horror itself.
Yeah.
It did.
That's why Scream is a masterpiece.
Yep.
I
Okay,
agree.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%. So I'm going to say no, Anthony. I think Sydney is such a key component of the success of this franchise, and I'm going to be very sad that she's not back in 6. I hope they
Mm.
can work it out so that we get her in 7, but we'll see.
Do you think? And I know this is what we were talking about earlier, but do you? Let's assume that she's not going to be in 6 as we have talked about. Do you think that they're going to bring her back in 7, or how much of a chance do we have with seeing her in 7?
Yeah. I mean, percentage wise, I don't know. I think it's 50-50 for me right now.
Okay.
But you know what? It could even be lower. It could be 30-70. It depends how bad the relationship is fractured between
Yeah.
those business executives and Nev. And will those
Yeah.
business execs still be there? They change hands a lot. So
Right.
if those now let's just say this, if they're still working at the studio at Lantern, who I think owns the money of the
Hmm.
Spyglass, if they're still there a year from now,
Hmm.
will Nev even want to take a phone call from him or not? She probably would. I would think she would take the
Right.
call. But I would
Yeah.
also think, too, if they make the call, they know that offer better be legit. Like, don't
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
lowballing her again, because that's just going to happen all over again. So
Right.
I tend to think it's a 50-50 chance right now that it could still happen. And I'm an optimist, and generally anyway, so I'm always hopeful that they can reconcile their differences. And what we don't know, and none of us will ever know though, is what
Hmm.
those conversations really were. How
Right.
personal did things get? How heated did they get? How much of the bridge was burned between her and those people? That's what we
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
But I
That's
hope they'll
true.
work on it and that she'll come back in 7 to close the trilogy out.
Yeah, I
But
really
Yeah.
hope
yeah,
she
I
comes
agree.
back. I
yeah.
really like Nev Campbell because, like, she was meant to be Sydney. And
Hmm.
Sydney,
Yeah.
I really think, was the first final girl who actually fought back the villain. Because, like, I've seen a lot of final girls, like, throughout the years. Like,
Well, whoa, because we got Nancy and Nightmare.
yes,
Can't forget
Nancy.
about
yes.
Nancy.
I think, like,
Woo.
really, there's Nancy and Ripley. They
And
were the
Ripley, yeah.
start at those two and Sydney.
And
To
Linda
me,
Hamilton,
they're the
if you
holy
consider Terminator
trinity
a horror.
of final girls that fought back. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I respect all three of them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there were
I
reason
agree
why.
with you, Night. I do count Linda
Okay?
Hamilton is a final girl too.
Oh,
'Cause,
yeah. Terminator was scary as hell, man. When I saw that as a
Exactly.
kid,
I
it
have
gave me
not seen
nightmares.
Terminator, but I am aware of it. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What?
What?
Sorry. I'm like, what?
Really?
I've heard of
Really?
it, but I'm meaning to watch it.
Wow.
Oh, wow, man.
That's a
Okay, all
must see.
right.
No, I've been meaning to watch it. Please don't, please Twitter, don't try to cancel me, okay?
Oh
All right,
gosh.
so look, in honor of the fact that you haven't seen it yet, and in honor of Anthony's super chat, we appreciate it so much, Anthony. Here's another one for you. Let's do this one.
Bring that fat ass over here. Oh,
What?
I guess that's punishment
What?
for me not watching Terminator, but I will watch it.
Wait a minute.
Night, you are so despicable.
Wait a minute. No, just everybody, shut the stream down. What?
No,
What?
no,
What
no,
the
no,
heck? No. What the heck? Play it again, dude. Come on, man. I can't even. My brain can't process this.
Okay.
What is it? I got Night crying again. This is like the 3rd time I've done it.
I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight.
I can't. I'm just sitting here with my jaw dropped, like what's happening right now? Wow.
Dude, last night I stayed up until
My
2:30
eyes
watching
too,
Loki
Dude.
and Stranger Things, and this is like, wow,
This-
weirdest thing I've seen all day.
Forget about Vecman or Vachman, wherever the villain's name is.
But look what Steven's
Dude.
that was
Come on, man. Hit it again, Mike. Please, please.
Okay, okay.
Bring that fat ass over here. Oh,
My gosh, dude. Oh, no. I can't. I can't, dude. Oh,
I
my.
gotta save my voice
gosh.
because I'm doing 5 shows of Jesus Christ Superstar at my
Oh.
local theater. I don't want to blow it out.
Wow.
Bring that fat ass.
Oh, hell.
Oh,
I just
God.
can't.
Oh, Steven. That
swear, man.
That was
Anybody
the
out there
scariest
who
video
can
we ever watched.
listen,
That
anyone
was
that
so
can
scary.
bring a $10 super chat, we will play that video. I don't care if we play it 20 times tonight on your channel. $10, man. What do you think? $10 to play that clip. That's
Yeah, we'll do it for 10. Oh my god.
$10, guys. Come on now. Let's get these
Wow.
super chats coming.
Oh
That was
man.
that.
And the words of Brenda from Scary
Wow.
Movie. That was some scary shit.
That was
That
some
actually was the
stuff.
scariest video we've ever seen.
Oh man, your reaction. Oh my god, that was I've been waiting for the right moment, and oh my god.
It's
I got you.
perfect moment.
I really did.
Oh,
I
oh
really
man.
did.
Dustin says that emoji down there though. Right?
I know. I know.
Oh Lord. Oh.
I'm
No,
gonna have
Valerie said this is what nightmares are made of. I don't want to go to sleep knowing that God, that voice of it, bring that fat ass. I don't,
Over here.
and I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Oh,
I'm worried
man.
if he appears in my room.
Oh, that was good, man. That was good. Oh, wow.
Ooh boy, I'm just hoping a super chat comes in because I gotta see it again. I'm watching the chat like, come on, somebody.
Come on, somebody.
Oh, there it is.
Val.
Val, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Val. All right, hold on. Let me just
Hit that 2 times, man. Just hit it.
Oh, it says
All
here.
right.
It says here that this is what Extron Gaming says. This is what Freddy Krueger has nightmares of.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
gosh, that's right.
Okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
Let's... and Marcus says, Craven something scary. Sing it, Craven. Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Marcus,
man.
you sing it too, man. I'm
All right.
serious,
No.
bro. Sing
No.
it.
No,
All right. You guys ready? Let's...
I'm ready.
Whew, my head is
I'm
hurting. man.
ready.
Valerie, thank you so much. I can't
Yes.
even talk.
Thank you,
All right.
Val.
All right, here we go.
Uh.
All right, we'll loop this. We'll do this twice.
Yes.
Oh, yes, bring it.
Bring that fat ass over here. Oh, I wanna bring that fat ass over here.
Oh,
Oh, bring that fat ass over here.
oh my gosh, dude.
I think we got 7 days left after we saw that video.
7 days. Yeah, right.
7 days. That video's cursed now.
Wow. And you cut it too. Cause like I wanna, and you like you cut it. I'm like, oh, that was close. You cut it just in time, man.
Oh, God.
I heard that F, man. It's coming. I wanna. Ooh. Oh man, I know what he was about to say. And then
You played 3
I
times.
wanna. Wow. And then he comes back with the wailing. I can't even do it. Oh my
I think,
gosh.
like, you know what? I think if we play it
Wow.
more times, he appears in our bedrooms at 3 in the morning.
Is he
Double
holding the
down.
microphone though? He's got to have the microphone.
As
He's
he
got to be
holds the
shirtless.
microphone menacingly, wanting you to bring that.
We're over here.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Oh,
Dang. That is satisfying.
Yeah, I
Wow.
needed that laugh.
That
I
was
needed-
good.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
drink lots of tea tomorrow.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm going to drink
man.
lots of tea when we get off this street because my throat is hurting now.
Oh, man.
Aw.
I've got
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of a
I have
headache.
asthma, so too much laughing makes me want to cough.
Oh
Oh,
man.
Oh.
oh,
Katie says you never know what's gonna happen on Night Watch Zone. That's true.
Yeah,
It's
man.
because
true.
it's unpredictable here.
Yes, it
Oh my
is.
God. That was.
Oh man.
Oh man. That reaction was.
Valerie, I
I
agree.
gotta clip that. I gotta
Do
clip
it,
it,
man. Go
and
We
for it.
do
You have my
it.
permission.
I'm
Do
just
it.
telling you,
Host.
man. Wow. Oh God,
If
that
I can,
was great.
I don't even know what I did, but if I can bring you to tears, that
Oh,
means I did it well. Whatever it
well,
was, I did it
Oh, oh, watch
well.
me.
well,
Watch me. Ready? Ready?
your eyes were so wide open, you know.
Yes. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Watch me. Bring that.
Oh my goodness.
I was trying to
Oh
like
my
make it look
God.
like
Oh,
menacingly. Bring that fat ass.
oh,
Oh my God. Whew.
wow,
This has been a
wow.
moment.
It has been a moment.
That's even more
Oh.
scary than Samara.
That might be. That might be.
Extra said he'll be your alarm clock in the
Oh,
morning.
can you imagine? You know,
Oh,
you tell Alexa set your alarm, and all of a sudden, that's what plays at 6 in the
Oh,
morning.
oh
Lord,
man.
no.
Bring
Whew.
that.
Oh man.
Hey, look.
Sorry. I have a candy corn in my bedroom with me,
Woo.
and my dog has found it, and now he's eating it.
Oh
So
my
it's
God.
gonna
Oh
be
no.
bouncing off the walls.
Oh
Oh, he
no.
ate your candy corn. Oh no.
Oh, my baby
Oh,
Alan's
that's
here.
Oh
terrible.
man.
We
Oh,
just woke my little baby.
Candy corn. You know, I respect you because a lot of
My
people
cat.
can't stand candy corn. I personally think it's a good thing.
I do
Well,
I
too.
don't have a problem with
personally,
it.
I'm a
Yeah.
chocoholic to the
Well, there you
Ah,
go.
max. I
yeah.
There
just
you
like
go.
when Halloween comes around, I always like to gather all kinds of chocolate from Hershey bars to like Kit Kat bars and Crunch Crunch. And when I get all those types of things, do you want to know what I do for Halloween?
What's
Like,
that?
I know I have my Kitchen Witch episode out. I love making the witch fingers. Witch finger
Nice.
cookies are my favorite thing to make every
Hmm.
Halloween, and I'm glad I made a whole like Kitchen Witch episode about it. And right now, I'm actually have got season 2 for Kitchen Witch all planned out.
Nice. Oh, and speaking of which, and I do have Jordan's channel link and Nannette's, and of course Steven's channel link in the description. So all you guys that are hanging out, you guys know the rules when you come here. Check these guys out, support them, subscribe to them. They're great content
Yeah.
creators, and
Appreciate it.
Net is rolling strong with her live streams lately. So very cool stuff.
Well, I've been having a lot of things that are stressing me out, and when I get stressed out, I want to go on my phone and start typing and buying stuff. And so
Yeah.
it's keeping me from doing that.
Well, I'm going to be saving my money because I actually want to travel the world, go to conventions and
Nice.
do travel documentaries. Like, here's the thing, like, my future for my channel is I don't want to just it's not only I want to do Kitchen Witch, I also want to plan out my own travel show, which is kind of like Anthony Bourdainish, and it's called For Those Who Wander, and it's like going to the local places where you travel the world. And I want to do geeky and cosplay documentaries and cosplay music videos. That's the
Nice.
future of Renaissance Geek.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay.
And Val,
That's
I just want to
awesome.
say, Val, she
I
says you have
definitely want
to keep that one night.
see
That
your
was
Yes.
show.
awesome.
Mhm.
I didn't know you were out there. I mean, there's so many content creators that are witches that I watch, but I haven't
Oh
come
yeah,
Oh yeah, you gotta like check out
absolutely.
my content, because I started my channel back when in 2006, and I was about 15 at the time when that happened, because I wasn't sure what my channel was going to be, and I started out doing Disney commentaries,
Yeah,
and I started a whole cult fan base over them, but I had to take them down because the copyright infringement went after me, and I had to take them down. But then through that, I started to make all different types of videos. I started making song covers. I started making Harry Potter related videos because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, all of like from deep in my heart. And then I started
Mhm.
making like weird comedy sketches. And then like
Yeah,
Nice.
I like Harry Potter. I don't like the person that wrote the books.
yeah, you know,
but
I'm
that's
gonna
not-
say it. I respect for what she did for writing the book series. I'm just disappointed in her. I mean, it's like she wrote my childhood, but she's gotta like, she's gotta cut it out with Twitter. Stop trying to stir the pot. No pun
Yeah, that's
intended.
true.
I'm a
Very
witch
true.
myself, but I'm telling you, J.K. Rowling, you need to cut the shit. Okay,
Right.
you need to calm down. In the words of Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
yeah, we got another super
Oh,
chat.
all right.
We're gonna do this thing again. Travis, thank you so much.
Oh
Saying,
no,
if you
no.
swap Nev and Jennifer Love Hewitt, are we talking about? And I know what you did last summer sequel. How different would the franchises have turned out? That clip though.
I think it's gonna be kind of weird.
That would have
Not
been
sure.
interesting to have them switched out. I think
I
that
would have never watched Scream if she had been Sydney.
really.
I
Yeah.
do not
Okay.
like her.
Oh, okay,
I can't
okay.
stand her. I
Okay.
will not watch her.
How do you think Nev Campbell would have been? And I know what you did last summer. Nat.
Probably a lot better. I mean,
Oh, okay. I hear that. What do you think, Steven?
So I have to tell you, back when those movies came out, Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, they're like back to back. I was a single guy, so I enjoyed watching I Know What You Did Last Summer because I enjoyed watching Jennifer Love Hewitt. You know, not that she's a decent actor too. Like she's even on. Well, I forgot what show she's on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Criminal Minds. I think she would on to be on it at some point.
Yeah.
But
I can
yeah,
tell you the thing
Criminal
she's
Minds.
been on. Party of Five.
Yeah.
She was on Ghost Whisper. She did a couple seasons of Criminal Minds. I did
Yep.
watch her on that, but
Yeah, same here. Yeah. And like I say, she did fine. I thought she did fine. But here's the thing: Nev, I think, brings more or something about her. I don't know if it's a vulnerability or a charismatic component to her. But there's something about Nev I'm drawn more to when she performs than Jennifer. Almost, I feel like there's a little kind of more cold. And I'm not saying she's a cold person. I'm saying
Right.
her performance seems a little less warm, if that makes any sense. And
Okay.
I feel for me when I see Nev act, she's very warm. She's very endearing. And I
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying? It's just more
I
endearing.
totally get what you're saying because I want certain actors to be believable.
Right.
Like I could trust that character.
Right.
Like I
Yes.
don't want a character that just seems flat.
Right.
Like
right.
because of the
Bingo.
bad acting. And I'm just like I've watched a lot of movies that have the worst acting in comparison.
Mhm.
Not bad, so bad it's good like The
Right.
Room. I'm talking about really cringe-worthy acting that I just kind of feel like, please stop.
Right.
Please freaking stop.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
will say one thing about Jennifer Love Hewitt. There's a movie, and I love it. It's a horror. It's a Christmas movie, and it's a musical. And
Mhm.
she was in it. And I liked her performance on that, but that was about it. And that was A Christmas Carol.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that book, Christmas
Played,
Carol.
she played Scrooge's love interest in the movie.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
About
okay.
All right.
that story.
okay.
Yeah, it was a musical, and I thought she did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
She made me feel in that movie, but most, like you said, Stephen, she's kind of a little bit more colder than
Yeah.
Nat in movies and everything, and I think that might have something to do with the reason I don't like her.
Right.
Yeah.
I want my actors to make me feel for them, especially in
Yes.
horror.
Yes.
Yeah, like if you
And
want to. Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say this, but I've seen a lot of really bad acting in certain particular movies. Like I rewatched The Company of Wolves, which was directed by Neil Jordan, same person who did the Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: the actress who played Rosalind, who's supposed to be the Little Red Riding Hood character, the acting just wasn't good. Like I remember it being good when I was a teenager at the time because I was in my goth phase at the time. But then I rewatched it as an adult and I realized this is not good acting. And what makes it even worse is that the actress was 12 and there is a scene in the movie where they try to recreate that it's a werewolf movie, a Little Red Riding Hood werewolf movie, and she meets a huntsman who's actually a werewolf. But the thing that kind of made it a little unsettling is that he's in his 30s and the actress was 12. And she was wearing lipstick when that movie happened. And I mean, I know the story of Little Red Riding Hood was supposed to be kind of a movie, a story about sexual awakening when a teenage girl approaches growing into a woman. But it feels off when it's a 12-year-old and the perpetrator is a 30-year-old.
Right,
it feels really creepy.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with that.
Rightfully so.
Again, stay away from creepy. Travis, thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. And that's awesome. And
Hello.
yeah, you know what we got to do.
Yeah.
Bring that fat ass over here. Oh, I
Oh God, that's too
And I'm
funny.
kind of like tagging what he's saying together.
Are
like,
you really?
Well, I am because I'm like, so I'm listening real careful, and it's like, okay, I
This is
want
Alan.
to, and then we cut, and then bad, so bad, so I want to
Oh yeah.
F, and then so bad is he's on the high part. I'm just like thinking like, what is he actually saying here without the break?
Well,
And I think that's what it is.
All right, well, let's try it again and see what you can come up with.
Give me a
Bring
second.
that fat ass over here. Oh,
Well, Alan has a fat ass right here.
That last part he's saying bad, so I want to F so bad. I'm telling you, that's what he's saying.
Alan, my cat here, has a big fat ass, but I love him. He's fluffy. I named
I hope
him
this
after
guy
Alan
doesn't find
Rickman.
him.
This cutie pie,
I'm sorry.
that's Alan
I just-
Rickman.
I guess-
Oh
Oh boy, that
put your
the train,
hand
the train. It's starting to,
Yeah,
we're starting
it
to get
is.
shaken off now. The tracks are
It
getting
is.
wobbly.
Real quick too, Extra was saying,
He's trying
imagine
to fix this.
what?
Ooh.
What is
What?
that?
What was that? I didn't see that.
Oh, what is that? What is
The
it?
oak man go on the wall.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Whoa.
cool.
That
I
is
haven't
so
put it up
cool.
yet, but he's licking
Wow.
it.
Oh,
he's licking it. Oh my gosh.
Gosh, man. Extron is saying,
Wow.
imagine Nev as Laurie Strode and Jamie Lee Curtis as Sydney.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I kind of feel like all our fans are kind of like trying to mix up all these different actors to play different roles when you just know that they're just perfect in their own roles. No
Well, that's true,
offense, Nightwatch family.
but that would be interesting.
Stop trying
though.
to fix something that's already perfect.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
That would
It
be
is
interesting
interesting though to think about mashups.
Yeah.
Like what ifs this. But at the end of the day, I think most
Mashups
of
are
the
cool.
time, don't we? I think we agree most of the time when it's all said and done, we like everyone where they're at.
Yeah,
Usually,
yeah, I
you
Yeah.
would
know,
think
it's
so.
like at the end of the day, they all belong right where they're at, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's sometimes fun to watch mashups like
true.
of what ifs, and
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of like Disney and non-Disney mashups where the characters are meeting and blending with each other, and I've seen Ghibli characters with each other, and I'm like, this is some fun. This is
Yeah,
fun to me. And the
Yeah.
same could be said for like other movies. Like if I want to see Dracula from Van Helsing be with Odette from the Swan Princess, and I'm just like, this is interesting.
yeah. So I mean, it does make you think. I mean,
Yeah.
and poor Val, she says, "Oh my God, Night, you really want me to have nightmares tonight?"
Oh.
Sorry we traumatized you, Valerie.
Sorry, Val.
You got 7 days to live, Valerie.
Bring that.
Yeah,
No,
I spilled some honey on my blanket, and I think that's and
Oh.
Alan,
he was listening it, and that's why he
Alan,
Oh.
bring that
Oh,
fat
that's what
ass,
it was.
Alan.
Okay. So
Wow.
that's what's making it bounce off the walls is the honey on the
Right?
is
That
eating
would
the
do it.
honey.
Mega Giants is saying Night, better movie,
he
prom night or
he
Terror Train. Ooh,
he loves himself some sweets.
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, my
I
cat
would.
Alan just really loves me. I like to call him my little brother.
Oh
Like,
man.
oh, he's just being in a lovey-dovey mood tonight.
Have your cat seen Sleepwalkers?
Oh no 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 no
No,
no no
they
no
haven't. But I'm kind of a.
no.
I don't want to traumatize my
Let him
cat.
see the movie and see what they do.
Mega
Oh,
Giants. I
oh, you.
think
Oh,
that I would have to go with
Oh.
probably. Well, geez, that's tough, man. Maybe Terror Train.
Yeah?
Terror Train was just. I mean, both of them were really good, but
Right.
I think I go with Terror Train.
Now, here's the
That's
thing
what it
about
is.
Terror Train Night is, and I'm not going to give anything away, even though these movies are like 40 years old, but I'm still not going to say anything, especially because a lot of people that are in this chat are going to be joining me for the Terror Train watch party, and they
Yeah.
have not seen it. So they're not, I don't want to spoil anything. All I'm going to say is, for me, the
Hmm.
mystery element of both of these movies had one,
Yeah.
and I felt the mystery element, that's all I'm going to say, was better, or I enjoyed it more in Terror Train.
Hmm.
I'll say it like that.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I agree with that. I
Yeah,
think it. I think it was better in that
Mhm.
do
sense.
you
I
think like
did
prom
know that
night would
Terror
be
Train.
better than Black Christmas? Like, I'd like to see the original prom night. I mean, I want to
Um.
watch Black Christmas, but I just kind of feel like it's a bit like unsettling. Alan.
Well, it's not a
Yeah.
mystery, that's for sure. Black
Yeah.
Christmas
It's
is
not a
not a
mystery.
mystery.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
That's
prom night
true.
is like straight up horror.
Yeah.
But then again, there's Carrie, which
And there.
was a tragedy of a film, but a great movie,
Oh.
but a
Well,
real
let me
fucking
ask you
tragedy.
something.
Hold on. Hold
Oh.
on. Look, and I'll
Do
get back to you,
you
Anthony.
think that
Reel us
Carrie
in
was
night.
the bad guy, or was her mother
No,
in
I
the
wasn't
first
saying Carrie is bad. I'm just saying the movie's an actual
Oh.
tragedy. It disguised as a
It
horror
is.
movie.
But
Right,
hold on one
right,
second,
right.
guys. Hold on.
Oh.
Val is
Clovis.
referencing Clovis, and
Yes.
that's the greatest thing of all time. Shout out
Yes.
to Sleepwalkers. Clovis is the king of
Clovis,
kings.
baby. Heck
Oh
Well,
my
yeah.
god.
Alan is like the cuddliest boy
Bring
alive.
on.
Well, guess what? Anthony, he wants
Oh,
to keep the party going,
there you
and
go.
he's doing a super chat. Favorite horror movie score? Can
Okay.
pick one or two.
Oh,
For me, obviously, Halloween is in there. That was an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Second, gosh, man, I have to think about that, but I'll just throw one out. Because I love Carpenter so much, so I'm gonna not pick another Carpenter movie. I'm gonna go with Candyman. I think Candyman had a really good movie score. It was really good.
I
So
know who's
Halloween.
my two.
okay. For me, I'm gonna pick The Shining music score
Mhm.
and Trick or Treat.
Oh, Trick or Treat. Oh, that was a good
Now,
one.
I
Wow.
do have a few others. I actually have a playlist on my iTunes called Halloween Horror Music, and I even got The Omen, Interviewed the Vampire, Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Van Helsing, Carrie, and Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Omen was a really good one
Oh,
too.
The
I
Omen
kind of
was so
I
good.
forgot about that.
Yeah, like, but if I had to pick, I really think The Shining had the best, scariest music,
Mhm.
and Trick or Treat. Wait, scratch that. I think The Omen and The Shining had the best, scariest music for me. Trick
Yeah.
or Treat, all those types of scary movies that have great, gorgeous music,
Hmm.
like it's like it's so hard to pick only two. So
Right.
if I'm
It
gonna pick
is. I mean,
two,
it's almost impossible because there's just so many.
yeah. So I'm
You know.
picking The Omen and The Shining.
Okay. How about you, Nannette?
Okay, The Omen, definitely, and other was The Exorcist.
Oh,
yeah.
Scares
yes.
the crap out of me. I was gonna pick Exorcist and Halloween, but then I got to thinking and was like, I don't know. I'm gonna pick Omen.
You know, in The Exorcist, the tubular bells only played at the very end of the film, which is the credits. The very first film had no music underscored whatsoever.
Hmm.
I'm not making this up. Watch the movie again and listen to it all the way through. You'll only hear the tubular bells at the very end of the movie when everything's over. I think the
And
movie,
also a little bit in the beginning too when
just a
Chris is
little.
walking down the street to the
Yes.
house. Yeah.
Yes, just a little bit.
Yep.
Because the rest of the movie has no music whatsoever because
Right.
they wanted to make you feel the effect that this is a child getting possessed. And
Mhm.
I think when the movie first was released in the 1970s, like, it really had an effect on people, and the world was afraid of this movie.
Oh
I
yeah, it was
watched,
something that they had never seen.
yeah, and I watched that movie like much later because I saw Scary Movie 2 parody it.
Mm.
So I had to see the original
gosh.
movie myself.
That was a
And
good one. Too.
I swear to God, The Exorcist still is genuinely scary.
Yeah, it is. It's still one
Yeah.
of the scariest movies to me too, man. But Scary Movie 2 really did. Wow, they really
Man,
they
when you're
cherry
sitting
picked
on the
big time.
toilet, dude,
Yeah,
the flies
what
in there,
the flies, man.
And you
Why
know,
are there
It's like
flies in there, man?
flies all around them.
yeah, I still think that's James Woods in the parody.
Yes.
So good.
Oh my
It's
God.
James
And
Woods, the
he's
voice
there,
of Hades in Disney's Hercules.
and he's
Yeah.
sitting there, and he's like wiping at the flies and stuff. And he's like, what did he
Man.
say? He said, God, he said, oh, I can't remember what he said, but it was just so
Something
funny.
about please, release this.
Yes, please, Lord.
Release this.
Like he pulled out. Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Anyways,
Oh, well, Knight, I got to tell you real quick, man,
Yeah.
on this question,
yes,
I've got, because when I think of this question, because it's horror movie score,
yeah,
so I'm not going to
Yes.
think of soundtrack, because soundtrack's different. Soundtrack has like the rock, the music, like the
Yeah.
songs, but the score, the theatrical score, Halloween 78
yeah,
and
Yes.
Scream 96, Marco Beltrami's score of that of Scream 96 are, I think those two
mhm.
are masterfully done. Both
Yes,
of them.
I
you
agree with
win
it.
this. You win this.
Yeah.
You
I
win
agree.
this.
Thank
I
Anthony,
agree.
thank you so
Yeah.
much for the super chat. We really appreciate it,
Yeah.
and we love you, man.
You got the hooks for that, pussycat?
Who loves you, baby?
We love you, man. You're all right.
Yeah.
But let's do this.
Thank you
And
for all the great questions, Anthony. You always come up with
Anthony's
some
he always
master.
comes up.
ones.
Yeah.
He always
Oh,
comes
man.
up
I
with good
always
ones.
enjoy seeing your
Ooh.
questions.
He does. And Anthony, we're gonna we're gonna play this one more time because we're almost at 2 hours. We're gonna be ending this up soon.
Yeah.
But we gotta play this thing one more time in your honor. So here we go.
Bring that fat ass over here. Oh, I wanna bring that fat ass over here. Oh,
It just doesn't get old, man.
No, that
Oh
is.
my
Oh man, I don't know where you found that night,
Oh
but
my
dude,
God.
that's comedy gold right there. You'd
It
found.
is. And you know what? I've got a remix to it as well.
Oh,
I got a remix to it
yes.
too,
Do you
man.
have it ready?
Oh
Not
no.
read. Well, I don't have it
Oh, okay.
loaded up. But and besides, because if I start showing that, we're gonna be on this thing for another hour, man. Because you know how we are.
What would it take, man? What would it take for you to upload it? $10?
Come on,
Let's give the amount, man. Come on, we
Do
can do
it.
it.
Do it. Do it.
$15? What would it be?
30.
All right, 30. All right, guys, look.
Because it
Going
would
once.
take a minute.
I twice.
Okay.
Wait, on like $15. You want it on $18?
$30.
Well, 30. Please up.
Come on, guys. We can
Sold.
any
So now
combination.
back.
Hey, any combination too. So like one person doesn't have to give 30. You can have one doing 5, one doing 10, one doing another 3. Let's get to $30 and Night will go live and do a remix for us and upload it
Do it. Yeah.
on the stream.
Oh man,
Guys, come on now. There's like what, how many people? Hold on a second. There's 32 people. That's $1 a
that's
piece.
crazy.
$1 a piece, and we're
A
at 30
dollar a
bucks.
piece. I
Do
love
it.
it.
That's it. Just
Dude,
$1, and it's
you
done.
know what? You're the best, Steven, because you're like,
Hello.
come
My
on, people.
name is
I
my
believe
name
in
is
you. I
Natalie.
believe in you guys.
And we are at the church of Bring That Fat Ass. And if you only give us a few more dollars to release the remix of our Lord and Savior, Bring That Fat Ass, we will be
Let's-
forever in your debt.
I'm telling you, man. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's get it up.
The spirit of Bring That Fat Ass.
Let's get it
Hallelujah.
up, man.
Oh man, but seriously though,
Ah,
but seriously, because Steven, you're so funny.
I'm serious, man.
I'll
Look, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go do a super chat right now. I'm gonna start us off towards the $30. Come on. All right, guys, here we go. I'm putting it in. Now, look, you guys don't leave me hanging. I'm the only one doing a super chat. We got to do this. I'm doing $5 to start us off right now,
Wow.
do it.
and I'm doing it right now.
Do it.
Come on, guys. I know we can do this.
I'm watching the chat right now.
You're too funny, man.
It's
Seriously.
on.
coming in right now. I'm processing my super chat. Pay it. Pay the man his money.
Okay.
Wow.
Send it. Go. It's done. All right, let's
Sorry.
go.
My parents
25
are
bucks.
sleeping. I'm so sorry. My parents are sleeping.
Come
Oh,
on,
that's
guys.
funny.
There you go. That's starting us off right there. Let's go.
Yes, the
Bring
remix.
the remix. That's too funny, man.
We need only $25. That's it. 25 bucks.
I'm just gonna say this. My mom kind of told me to lower my voice. I still live with my parents. I'm 29 years old, same age as Misato from Evangelion. I really hope I live by myself so I could scream as loud the hell I want.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
There you go.
I live with my grandma. And I'll be 39 my birthday. So
Oh,
Oh.
Bam. Come on, guys. We're 5 away. Val just brought in with $20 super chat.
which means I have to live with someone. 'Cause
Oh,
I
look,
can't
Valerie just
afford to
gave
live
us $20.
$20. We're there,
there
man.
you go.
We're only 5 away. $5, guys, and we'll get the remix live. What are you doing?
I'm trying to put it together right now.
All right, do it, Night. It's happening.
Yeah.
We
Hey.
can hear the remix.
You know, Night, I really love us laughing together. I would love to do this. I'd love to come back for this anytime I like to. Like,
Well,
this is the most fun I've been having in so long.
We're having
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
that
love
is
to do this
awesome.
again sometime.
we're having a good time.
I'm having a good
seriously.
time too. It's
That's
such
what
a
it's
fun.
all about.
Yeah, exactly. And don't be disturbed because that door just opened. That was my other cat, Chelsea, named after Chelsea football, English football, and she opens the door like no problem. And I'm trying to not get yelled at by my 60-year-old parents.
No worries.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We're $5 away from this happening. $5. Come on, we can do that. I know we can do this. We've got to see the remix.
It's the final
Bam.
countdown.
Val, you know what? Val said, I'm going to take it into my own hands. I'm going to do it. So, Val, we did it. Thank you, Val. We made this thing happen.
Wow.
Val came through.
Oh, she's
So
not
now
playing
we got
around.
it. There it
Yes.
is.
All right. All right. Give
It's
me
the
a quick
final
second. Give me a quick second. Stephen, I'll let you take over for a minute because I've got to
Yeah,
load
man,
it
you
up.
got it. Absolutely. You got it, brother. All right.
Great, Steve.
I got a question for you, ladies. I'm really curious. So, what are you most hoping to see in Halloween Ends? What do you want to see, or you hope that we see happen in Halloween Ends? So Nannette, since you're on my row down here, I'll start with you, and then we'll bounce to Jordan. What do you want to see most in Halloween Ends? You're hoping for?
Well, I'd like to. I'd either like to see Michael keep the mask, or he trades it off to somebody else that's representative of the boogeyman. Cause,
Yeah.
like some of the other people in this chat and your chat have said, the vessel that he's in can't live forever. It's gonna
Right.
give out eventually. So,
Yes.
but I also like to see a good send off to Laurie Strode. I'd like to see them fight. I don't want to see another repeat of Halloween Resurrection.
Oh gosh.
No.
No.
I liked the movie, but I hated the beginning. I don't
Yeah.
want her being thrown off the.
Oh.
And that is not a good way to send off the hero that's been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
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 That's not how you
It's true.
say goodbye to.
No.
Jamie's been wanting to be out of it for a while now, but so I say later, but
Right.
make it good.
Make it good. And you know, James Jude Courtney said that before he and Jamie Lee filmed their final scene together, they went off to the side and they were both in tears, emotionally crying together before they shot their final scene. So that tells me that however this thing ends with Laurie, and I think she's going to be killed. I think he's going to kill her. It's going to be an emotional moment, and I think that there's a good chance we're going to feel. If it affected them, even James is crying before they filmed it.
Well, to answer your question, Steve,
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen at the end
Mm-hmm.
is I think it's going to be like a really big showdown, but I really think it's going to be that the both of them are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's going to be like Michael comes in first, but then Laurie stabs him right in the heart and she takes off the mask and they both die. And I think it really would close out the series beautifully because both characters have suffered a lot. And I really think that, I think because since for many of the movies, mostly we see Michael Myers go after Laurie Strode. And I think the finding out that Laurie Strode is also the sister, I think it's gonna be more like it's a symbolic spiritual karma that it's gonna be the both of them killed together, that it finally ends everything. Just all of the trauma they all had to go through.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. And the thing about it, though, is I wonder because Nick Castle, we know, is going to be in this movie. And I got that picture he posted where he's in the dive coat and he's got the green screen undersuit that goes up to his neck. So he's going to be filmed underwater. And I was wondering, what if she dies killing Michael Myers, and then they go underwater, and they're drowning essentially, and she thinks she's won, and his mask comes off, and it's Nick Castle, not James Jude Courtney that's dead. What if it's someone dressed in a Myers, and so it's Nick Castle, and they're underwater, and she dies there, and then what if it's actually then, Michael lives? So the real Michael Myers is still there. Maybe then you hear the breathing and the mask, and that's how it goes to credits. So that he actually won. Michael actually won. He killed everyone. And he's the lone survivor. Now that's dark. But I'm just wondering, because Nick Castle's going underwater. He's in a dive suit, green screen suit. So, I don't know. My first thought was Michael Myers jumpsuit.
I hate to break this to you, but I feel like we're taking Halloween and we're kind of giving it some end of Evangelion vibes here, because we're giving two different endings. One that seems kind of hopeful, but the other that seems genuinely dark.
Yes, very much. Yeah, because I'm of the opinion that if you kill Michael Myers, as Nannette, and you were talking about earlier, I talk about it a lot. If you kill his body, the spiritual evil that's within him is immaterial. You can't kill it. It's spiritual. It lives. It will have to inhabit another vessel, which takes us to the idea of, if Laurie kills Michael, what if we see Allison picking up the mask, because the evil that is alive in Michael, you can't kill. You can't touch it. It possesses Allison, and she is the shape moving forward.
I think that makes so much more sense.
I'm afraid it does, and that's how it ends. We end with Allison possessed by the very evil she's been trying to kill the last 4 years.
That would be rough.
Wait, I think I got a theory that actually relates to this. What if the evil actually was in the mask all along? What if Michael Myers had never been evil in the first place?
Yeah, but here's the problem with that.
He might have been possessed by a true evil, because when we see Michael first time in the first movie, he obviously looks like a confused kid.
Right,
like he looked very confused.
But that was a different mask too.
Yeah, and I think
he never kills unless the mask is close by or it's right beside, it's on him.
I think that let me jump in real quick, because and especially, and I know Val is big on this too. I think the mask is an extension of the shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is evil. He has that within him, and the mask, it's like a way for him to become complete as the shape.
Yeah.
It's almost like you got Michael and you got the shape, so to speak. Because every time that someone goes for that mask, he grabs at it. He doesn't want the mask off. Nope. So I think it's almost like, and I've used this analogy before, it's almost like a samurai. A samurai is very, very capable empty-handed, but once he has that katana, then he's completed. He's able to really become at full capacity, so to speak. And I think that's what the mask is for Michael.
Oh, wait a minute. He did.
Well, I'm gonna say one thing about it. I think the mask is also a bit symbolic, because originally the very original holiday Samhain, based off Halloween, all the ancient Celtic pagans wore masks to ward off evil.
Right.
So Halloween took that and turned it on its head.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Yeah.
I got this thing set up.
Yes.
So let's check it out. This is still a rough cut of it though, but let's just try this thing. See the look on your face. You're like, let's do it, man.
I'm so ready to go with this.
I'm ready. So I can go to sleep happy.
So you can go to sleep happy. All right, hold on one sec. Oh, poor Val. All right, here we go.
Bring that fat ass over here. I want to get...
Got him! Oh!
You better
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I still love the
This
look
was
that you had, Stephen. That was great. You were kind of like, what?
What? What? I was like, I
I
was
loved
shocked.
I really loved that the inclusion of these nuts guy.
Yeah.
Like, did you know Vine, rest in peace Vine, you had so many treasures of comedy in there, and you were
True.
gone too soon.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Val
Wow.
says, "Oh my God, I love it." Val, thank you so much for doing that. And obviously, Stephen, you as well. You guys didn't have to do that, but
Oh,
I'm
glad to
I,
help
Thank
out, man.
you.
I'm glad that you guys got some fun out of it. That's always a big plus whenever we're doing a
Mhm.
stream.
Oh
But
yeah.
that time has come, guys. We're gonna get
It's
ready
come.
to roll out. I know, Stephen, you got to get going to it, but
Yeah.
first of
Yeah.
all, I want to thank you guys for coming on to hang out. This has been crazy. It's been a really fun discussion, and we've had a whole bunch of laughs. And
Hmm.
that's the key
Yep.
to me. That's always the key. For you guys in the live chat, there's still a bunch of you guys here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Um, and real quick, oh, my man Marcus, yeah, I gotta love this. He says the mask is an extension of the evil that's inside Michael, because in the OG he had the clown mask and the evil had already entered him. There you go.
Yep.
There you
That's
go.
right.
All
Yeah,
right.
there it is.
All right. Very,
Yep.
very cool.
His parents
Um,
were founders of the Cult of Thorn in
no,
1974. No,
no,
I'm
no,
kidding. I'm no, no,
no,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
no, no.
Steve, you scared me for a second.
I know George's about to have a heart attack. I'm like, no, no, let me
No.
stop. I'm gonna just stop here. I'm
Anthony,
just
thank
teasing.
you. Thank you
I
so
don't want
much,
to go to
Anthony.
bed like with nightmares. Okay.
No, no,
Right?
no, no, you're good.
Thank you so
Well,
much,
I'm
Anthony.
not going to bed. I woke up at 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh,
Wow. Oh my gosh.
oh,
That's
wow.
crazy. Wow.
I
So
think
you're
you missed a night. I told you I just woke up when
That's true. Yeah, you did. You did.
so you're just getting started, then. Your
yeah.
day's just getting
Right?
started, basically. Your night,
And I
yeah.
can't go to sleep because my aunt called me Sunday and was like, let's do this thing this week. And what the thing is, we've been talking about going to see Jurassic World. So
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
today at 12:30, I'm gonna be sitting in the theater watching Jurassic World.
That's
cool.
awesome. That's very,
That's
very
so
cool.
lucky
Yeah.
for you.
Have
That is
fun.
very cool.
I
And
don't get to
also,
go to the theater very often, so I
I
when
know
it's
what you
something
mean.
that I really enjoy, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm gonna get to go to see Halloween End. I know they're
Oh,
gonna remake it and everything, but this is gonna be the last time
yeah.
Right.
that Jamie will be on there.
That's
Yes,
it.
yes. Heather, thank you so much too for
Thank
reminding
you.
everyone about commenting. We
Yeah.
definitely try to get you on at some point too.
Thanks,
Um,
Heather.
Everybody, thank you guys so much. Seriously, you guys are all right. And of course, Val, as we're heading out the door, she's like, please leave a comment. You're all right, Val.
That's
Seriously,
right.
you guys are all right. So, anyways, for you three, just hold on a second. I'm gonna do the
Okay.
outro. And for the rest of you guys in the live chat, we will catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.
Bye, guys. Take
See ya.
care.
Bye.